Hi there, I'm Robert, head boxing coach at Body Mechanics in Castro Valley, and also the owner of Osorio Training Center. And I'm coming today with a lesson on left hooks. So a lot of you have been asking me about left hooks and how to throw them. And you know, that answer is a little complicated because there's different ways to throw left hooks. So what I'm going to show you today is my variation of left hooks and a couple of tips on how to get some power. Okay, so as we throw our left hooks, one of the things that's really important to understand is what direction this punch is coming from. Unlike a jab or right hand where I'm coming straight at you and my feet are coming towards you, everything, my body weight and everything is coming at you, okay? The hook is coming from the side. It's coming around from a corner. So a couple of things is I'm going to be facing towards you and I'm going to turn and throw in a different direction. Whether it be right hand or left hand, I'm going to turn. So just like if I was throwing a ball and I was using my right hand, the first thing I do is I load. I come back, I put my weight on my leg, okay? I turn my hip. My hip is the first thing to come out. My elbow's gonna, or my shoulder's gonna come out, and then my hand will come out at the end. It'll be the last thing to release, okay? So if I'm doing it with my left hand, it's gonna look similar to this. I'm gonna twist on this foot to get the hip out. Hip out, then my shoulder, then my hand comes following. Think of this punch more as a pull. When I'm throwing a hook, I'm pulling this punch around the corner versus pushing it and stopping. This is more of a slap coming around the corner. Now, if we bring our elbow up, it's going to allow us to turn our hand and get our fist onto the bag. Okay? So, when we do it, you're going to notice, again, if your hip isn't moving, if that front foot is not coming up on the side, you won't get any rotation. Remember, I'm facing the bag. When I'm done with the bag, I will be facing the other way. I'm going to turn my whole body and pull with this punch. Right here, pull with the punch. Pull with the punch. So a couple of things, a couple of tips I'm going to give you here to be able to get that kind of force where you can just explode right here, right out of the hip. Because this is where all the power comes from, our hips. Again, hip, shoulder, hand. So I'll show you a couple of tips here. So one of the main things that I see when I see people who don't have power in their hooks, is I see that their hip isn't moving with their hooks. So one of the things that I do with some of my clients to help them move their hips is I give them a stake or something tall that they can kind of use as a reference point. And what we do is we hold it with our right hand. We're going to get in our boxing position with our left foot slightly forward, kind of leaning, pointing forward. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this hip to snap into this pull right here. So you're going to see it right here, right here. All I'm going to do is just turn my hip. Now you notice to do that, I've got to turn this foot. Now you notice not a lot is happening here. It's just a flick of the hip, right here. Okay? So one of the exercises I'll have you do, give me 50 of those. When you do it, you should feel sore all down your back here, your glutes, you should feel your core, everything coming down here should be nice and sore. Okay? Let's do 50. There you go. Okay, we're back. We've done 50 of those. Now we're going to add our shoulder into this rotation. So we're going to go hip, and then we're going to go shoulder, okay? So it's going to look something like this. We're going to be here. I'm going to throw my hip, then I'm going to throw my shoulder. Hip, shoulder. Hip, shoulder. Hip, shoulder. Hip, shoulder. Let's do 50 of those, and I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, so now we've done our exercises. We've got kind of our hips loose. We've got everything loose. Now let's go ahead and put those punches together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on my bag here, okay? I'm going to put my right leg right in front of, down the middle of the bag, and I'm going to post my left foot out. Now, why am I posting my left foot out on the side of the bag? Well, because when I change directions and I pull, I want to have my foot behind the bag when I pull. If my foot is in front of the bag, I'll be pulling from behind. That punch will never land. Remember, the concept of this is that if I'm punching, I'm going to come around the side here and open them up, okay? So the exercise here is going to be, we're going to do 10 seconds of hooks. Hook, 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 hook. Now, what I want to focus on is that foot coming up every time. Hook, hook, hook. When my fist hits, my hip should be level with the bag right here. Hook. I'm going to show you here. When I hit, so, want to do maybe about 5 or 6 rounds, go 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. It's going to look something like this. 10 seconds off, 10 seconds on. Let's do 5 rounds. So there you have it, the basic left hook and some exercises to go with it and a little workout for you. Hopefully you liked the class today, and if you do, send me some comments, ask some questions. Let me know what you want me to cover in the next class. Okay, see you soon. Bye.